Knock this in, 31 pickup right here. Smart! Don't think about our offense. Guard for me, all right? Here we go, 1, 2, 3, down.
Inside Notre Dame Basketball with Mike Bray is presented by Team Notre Dame members Adidas, Gatorade, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Sprint. Inside Notre Dame Basketball is also brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, Bank of America, CBTS, Xfinity, Meyer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.
Welcome, Irish fans, to this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Basketball with Mike Bray. I'm Jack Nolan, joined as always by the head coach of the Fighting Irish. And Coach, when you consider all the things your team's been dealing with this season, you're coming off a pretty good week.
You know, it was a pretty good week for us, Jack. A really good win against Boston College. We fight back. Eric Atkins throws one in at the buzzer in overtime. And then I thought we really fought hard at number 1 Syracuse. Something to build on moving forward.
When we come back, we'll have all the highlights of Notre Dame's exciting overtime win over Boston College.
When you have the most live college football,
Food's ready.
Okay, coming.
all you want to do is watch college football. With Xfinity from Comcast, you get the most live college football, including ESPN Go Line and Watch ESPN. You can't get all that with satellite. So switch to the Xfinity HD Premier XZ Triple Play or ask about other bundles starting as low as $99 a month for a year.
Your home for the most live sports. Xfinity.
One more! Let's go, yo! Ready, one more! One more time, come on! One more, let's get it, let's go!
Proven hydration to help replace what you sweat out.
One more championship! Let's go, baby!
Your loss to Virginia right before the BC game was really the first time this year you have not played well enough to have a chance to win the game. So you really needed to bounce back, not just with a good effort against BC, but in this case you really did kind of need the win.
Yeah, we needed a win bad. You know, Virginia really put it on us. I thought we came back and had some edgy practices, which you needed to have later in the week leading up to BC. And always the rivalry, Boston College, Notre Dame back playing again. Good ball movement right there. We hit Steve Vastoria against their zone. He knocks down a big three-point shot. Demetrius probing right here. Eric kind of gets one up. Not a great shot, probably. We could have used ball reversal, but Zach August on the board, and he gave us good stuff in the paint again. We go into a post feed here. They double. Really good play by Sherm to kick it opposite and find Pat Connaughton for a three out of the double team in the post. Boston College here, their movement, they've got shooters. And overall, we did a pretty good job, but at times they knocked some big ones down against us. We turn it over here. Boston College in transition, and a big jump shot right there. Rebound. You know, this is where you get hurt a lot of times. Offensive rebound kickouts for three-point shots many times can really, you know, do you in. Eric Atkins starts to take over for us. I mean, we had to have him doing things. Handling on a ball screen, he knocks it down from behind, and they get some spacing on us. They get it up 9 because of their hitting shots. Dragovich, one of our former guys, who's really doing a great job for Boston College and did a great job for us, knocks down a 3, and we're struggling. This is a big basket right here to cut it back to 4 because we were having a hard time guarding them. Then it turns into Eric Atkins making plays. There he finds VJ Beecham. How about VJ's minutes off the bench for us, Jack? He comes off the bench, a little shot fake here. Off the bench, VJ gets 10 points for us, a much-needed score. We're starting to ball screen for Atkins and letting him make plays. That's a big-time left-handed shot in traffic right there, and we're down 4. Into the post, Sherm comes up with it. Nice kick out again. Real good decision by Sherm out of there. Pat Connaughton makes a big three-point shot. Eric again probing, and a three-point play right here by Eric Atkins. This You know, this is great movement. Ball reversal, VJ again feeling it, and a mid-range jump shot right there. This may be the bucket of the game before the winner. We're down 4, Atkins on an out of bounds, cuts it to 1 with 47 seconds left. You know, good move right here, the block, Sherm on the backboard right there to put it back in, and we got a heck of a ball game. 5 seconds left. We're trying to get Eric with a probe. He does get fouled right here. Great call to see that. And we get 2 free throws to win the game. He makes the tough one, that first one. Just misses the second one, but look at the chance we get to win it. Sherm does a great job back tapping, and we almost get the chance to win it. Now, we love overtime because we've won a bunch in overtime. I think we've won 5 in a row in overtime. VJ Beacham rolls in a 3 in the overtime. Eric Atkins in a ball screening situation, just working, grinding into the paint, hits a runner right there. We're scratching and we're clawing against them. Post feed. Zach August with a big-time power move to put us up 4. Boy, you could have used this rebound right here. This is one where if you get this rebound, you win it. You maybe win by 6 or 7. Nicks the rim, and they get a putback right there. Now it's a 2-point game again. And we're grinding. Now we're playing for the win. And who else but Eric Atkins, who made every play for us the end of the game, shapes up right here. Rocks handling back with a little step back and a big 3 to win the game. Couldn't happen to a better guy. And a much-needed, gutsy win for us, Jack, against Boston College.
And, of course, Eric Schott made the SportsCenter top 10. The final stats show an outstanding rebounding effort by your team that led to 17 second-chance points. The individual point totals reflect a good mix of veteran and youth scoring, with Atkins leading the way with 24. Pat Connaughton added 17, with Zach August and VJ Beacham each scoring 10 points apiece.
It's just a great feeling to get this win. You know, we have been on a losing skid, but to be able to contribute and help my team get this win was big for me.
And, you know, this was really one of those games that it's just like it's about time, because we've been close in basically virtually every loss besides Virginia, and there's been 1 or 2 possessions that we didn't get, and tonight we're able to get them, and we're able to push to overtime, and we're able to take care of business in overtime.
We normally never get that stop that we need, and I think today we finally just locked in and got those stops.
Your big 3, Sherm, Eric, and Pat, remain in the top 20 in ACC scoring, both in all games and in the conference. You've needed some other guys, though, to step up and join them, and that's what happened against BC.
We really did get that. Zach August was fabulous for us, getting us double figures, and VJ Beacham off the bench. We need some other guys to score for us. We continue to nurture that in February.
The overtime victory over the Eagles gave the Irish renewed confidence and some momentum as they hit the road to head to Syracuse for their game with the top-ranked Orange on Monday night. All the highlights, and there are a bunch, are coming up right after this short break.
It's time to get more. More of what you love, because getting more is what you get with McDonald's new $1 menu and more. All your favorites are still here, plus a whole lot more. For just $1, get the crunchy, tangy, brand new barbecue ranch burger. And for only $2, bring home the thick-cut Applewood smoked bacon on the new Bacon Cheddar McChicken. Only on the $1 menu and more. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
Sprint honors Chris and Craig's texts on our new network. Think you'll go out tonight?
Probably not, but maybe.
I'm kind of tired, but I also kind of want to go out.
Me too.
Well, text me if you do.
Okay, but I probably won't. But I might.
In honor of the important things you do, get the Samsung Galaxy Tab 3 for just $49.99 with data starting at just $5 a month.
You had a great game plan against Syracuse that your team executed and almost pulled off. an historic win.
I thought we did, Jack. We really felt we had to take away the paint and jam it in and be aware of Cooney, but not completely hugging him. And we did the job in the paint, but Trevor Cooney really got rolling. He made some really tough ones. He made a couple over outstretched hands. But I love what our team did. I love my team and how they competed. We get off to a pretty good start. We started zone. Eric gets a steal to start the game. That's always encouraging to get an easy bucket and not have to play against their zone. Here we are attacking their zone. Overall, we did a pretty good job, especially in the second half. Steve Astoria probes right there. Sherm with an offensive rebound. And our big guys got to the offensive board some. That was helpful to be able to get to the board to get some second shots. Always good to get it down on that baseline. Pat kind of attacks and flattens his zone. Steve Astoria with a big night for a freshman, Jack. 35 minutes, 13 points for him. Just really starting to play a little more like a veteran. Heck of a move by Sherm right there. Coming across, we got one-on-one matchup. Post touches are good. We're still in zone here, and there goes Cooney. You know, that's a deep one. You know, we want to give that up as long as we get out and challenge. We're reversing the ball here. We've got a little more of our smaller lineup, so we can do that. D tries to probe, but he comes back up with it, and he gets it out to Steve. Again, a nice, calm move by Steve Astoria on the baseline to knock down that jump shot. Still in our zone here to end the half, and he makes a really tough one, and that's hard to absorb, you know, to three right there in at halftime. And we're down 31-18, but we start the second half with a steal. And Steve runs the floor and finishes. Really good pass by Eric Atkins in transition right there. Offense there, we get a middle touch, kick, reversal, little ball screen by Tom Knight. Real good offense, Tom Knight on the board. Tom Knight gave us really big minutes and a great lift in the second half. This lineup really played well and defended well for the most part for us in the second half. They also were good attacking this zone. We're poised here. Good probe by Pat, baseline, and a heck of a move right there by Sherm. But we're starting to get into a little bit of a confident feel attacking their zone. Reversal here to Pat, big-time shot, up top, low in the shot clock, stepping up and making some threes. You got to make some jump shots over the top to feel good about yourself. Eric, Pat, and Steve did that. Big time here. Eric stepping up and knocking one in from up top against the zone. And we're hanging around. This is one heck of a move by a young guy. Little left-hand three-point play by Steve Astoria probing their zone right there. Good ball screen by Tom Knight. Steve can probe it. And by probing it, he gets Eric another look. And we got this thing down to 5. We're battling. We've got it down to 5. High post touch, then a ball screen, and a roll. Real big roll. Tom Knight really good for us against their zone. Sherm makes a real good decision here, and Eric makes even a better decision to kind of flatten it, and Steve Astoria with a big shot over the top of Cooney right there. And again, we're hanging around. Good probe here, baseline touch, drive, big move by Pat and a three-point play, and you're back to down 5 again. Steve with a probe, kicks to Pat. Anytime you can probe that zone, it's good. And gave ourselves a chance, had it to 3 a couple times, just couldn't get over the hump. But really proud of our group, Jack. We put ourselves in position against a really good team on the road.
A 6-point loss that was actually a bit closer. He had a tough intentional foul call in the final minute that gave Syracuse a couple of points. Now, the final stats show another great rebounding effort by your team that led to Notre Dame winning the points in the paint and second chance categories. But the 10 threes by the Orange, 9 of them from Trevor Cooney, who scored a career-high 33 points, were just too much to overcome. And that was part of your game plan, giving them some deep threes early. Then you did everything you could. You went boxing one. You chased this guy. Sometimes you have to tip your cap. That was one of the best shooting performances I've ever seen by anybody.
That was kind of reminiscent of Kyle McElharney and some of the performances he's had for us. We tried a little bit of everything. We face guarded. We boxed and won. He made some really tough ones over the top. But that's kind of what we wanted to give up. We did not want to get beat up in the paint like they've beaten up many teams.
The fact Coach Bray has used 8 different starting lineups this season is a great illustration of the many unexpected hurdles his team has faced. And yet, with the exception of the Virginia game, the Irish have had a legitimate chance to win every game they have played. Where is this resilience coming from? We'll show you one possible source right after this. This year's Notre Dame team has already faced more adversity than anyone could have imagined before the season began. While no one is pleased with the team's record in conference play to this point, the players are still coming out and putting themselves in position to win just about each and every night, home and away. And this past week nearly became the first Notre Dame basketball team to ever beat a #1 team on the road at Syracuse. Where is this intestinal fortitude coming from? Some of it may have originated in a special 2-day boot camp-like experience the Irish went through over the summer. At the start of the camp, Eric Kapitulik explained to the team the goals of the program.
We believe in personal development, leadership development, and team building through shared adversity. Over the next 2 days, men, the men of Notre Dame basketball are going to share physical and mental adversity. Prepare yourself for it. Prepare yourself for it. Talent helps you win games. That's what talent does. Talent helps you win games. Making a commitment to getting that much better helps us compete for championships. The way we get that much better, those are the standards that you're going to get held to over the next 2 days. And that we hope you hold each other to long after we're gone.
It was very difficult at first, not really knowing exactly what to do, what to say. Through failing, I actually learned a lot. With a few mistakes, we ended up getting it all together.
It's tough because you have to figure it out, and then you have to get the whole team to be on the same page and figure out what you're doing. And I think that was the most difficult part while still doing strenuous activity.
The toughest part for me was just making sure that I kept up my voice and being a leader, making sure that everyone out there knew that I was still there for them.
I remember each activity that we did, we always had to do one more of it. The job's never really done, and that's something that if you can do one more than what you aim for, then you're going to be successful.
Coach, the way your team keeps battling this season, it does seem that they picked up a lot taking the program.
I thought with this team, Jack, moving forward, we needed something different at the end of the summer. Sometimes summer school and summer workouts ends, not with a bang. And so we had them come in. Eric did a great job. Both Erics did a great job. But I think what it did is it empowered Eric Atkins as the main voice, and that's the first thing we were going to achieve. As you saw, they had to do some tough stuff physically. I think they really had to come together, and I think it's helped us through a season of adversity.
Coming up next, this week's Ask Coach Bray question.
Before they earned enough cash back from Bank of America to help pay for Benny's expenses. Before they earned 1% back on all purchases, everywhere, every time. And 2% back at the grocery store. Even before earning 3% back on gas, with no hoops to jump through. They opened a Bank Americard Cash Rewards credit card just in time to open their hearts. That's the magnitude of rewarding connections. Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
It's time now for this week's Ask Coach Bray question, presented by CBTS. This week's question comes from Bill Glenn of Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. Bill begins with a compliment. Coach, I thought the game plan against the Cuse was a great one. What kind of difficulties have you had trying to reorganize the team and find a set of players that has a really good chemistry?
That's a great question from Bill, and I think we still are searching for that, and you keep looking at that. We have Sherman, Atkins, and Connaughton kind of playing at a pretty steady level, and it's been who do we plug in? Sometimes it's been Burgett, Knight, August, our freshmen. Are they starting to come along? And I think we're still searching for that chemistry. You'd love to really have that figured out by the time you go to the ACC tournament in Greensboro.
Irish fans, if you would like to ask Coach Bray a question, all you have to do is log on to UND.com and click on Ask Coach Bray. Fort Wayne freshman VJ Beecham had a breakout game against Boston College, scoring a career-high 10 points, including a huge 3 early in overtime. That performance earned VJ his first turn on the Inside Notre Dame Basketball Fast Break hot seat. Get up early or sleep in?
Get up early.
Do you have a celebrity crush?
No.
Who is your role model?
My dad.
One thing the public would be surprised to learn about you.
I love baseball.
Favorite NBA player?
Kobe Bryant.
Favorite part of practice?
Scrimmage.
Worst part of practice?
When we have to run.
Best part of your game?
Shooting.
Part of your game you need to work on?
Defending.
Player on the team most like you?
Eric Atkins.
One thing you always hear from Coach Bray?
Compete, play hard.
Best nickname on the team and who has it?
Demetrius Jackson.
Best defender on the team?
Pat Connaughton.
Best leaper on the team?
Austin Torres.
Best dunker on the team.
Pat.
Worst dunker on the team.
Eric Atkins.
Best dresser on the team.
Me, of course.
Worst dresser on the team.
That's tough. Pat.
Free throw contest, who wins, you or Coach Bray?
I say me.
You know, we shot that segment this week. You can just see the confidence growing in VJ.
He is getting better. He is getting more confident. You know, he was so good against Boston College. He's a special young man to coach, and his future is so bright in our program.
As we go to break, it's time for this week's ATI Physical Therapy Moment of the Week. Jackson with it now, 10-9. They've got it back to Atkins. Atkins between his legs. Atkins, 5-4. Atkins stops and pops for 3. It's good! 0.8 of a second left, and that will do it. The Fighting Irish are back in the win column with a 76-73 victory over Boston College. Thank the Lord.
You work hard for the money you earn.
I've got just enough.
That's why Meijer carries the name brand toys, electronics, and video games you love. All at low Meijer prices. Because even superheroes like to save money. Meijer makes the best things in life even better.
I'm very happy I made the switch.
It's easy.
They're great.
As I go out, being nervous about going out into the world.
You switch because
for what you get and what they give back.
Of the people.
It'd just be another thing that I know is there for me all the time.
It's a no-brainer.
It's about family. It's about values. It's about doing things the right way.
And that's why I'm sticking with them.
You just get sucked in, and it's great. We're there.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. Come home.
You know you're going to get the best when you go to Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
Irish fans on tap for the Irish this week. 2 home games, beginning with a Saturday game against North Carolina.
Well, one of the blue bloods of the league come in. We've already had Duke. Now we have North Carolina coming in. They're playing better. They've won 4 in a row. They're really defending. Our transition defense is really going to be a key, and we've got to defend and handle the paint like we did against Syracuse because they have a lot of size. Clemson coming in on Tuesday, really good defensive team, and they've got shot blockers back there. But we're here at home. Last time we were here, we really played well.
And you want your 6th man there again. You talked about the great impact your crowd had in the BC win.
Well, we don't win the BC game without our crowd, and I know this afternoon against North Carolina, it is going to be, firing at a high level. Everybody's been looking forward to seeing the Tar Heels come into the Joyce Center.
Folks, the Carolina game is sold out, but there is a special fan ticket promotion for the Clemson game on Tuesday night. Just go to UND.com and check out the fan pack promotion. That will do it for this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Basketball. We, of course, will be back next week with all the highlights of the North Carolina and Clemson games. Until then, for Coach Bray, I'm Jack Nolan. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Irish.
Inside Notre Dame Basketball with Mike Bray has been presented by Adidas, Gatorade, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Sprint. Inside Notre Dame Basketball is also brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, Bank of America, CBTS, Xfinity, Meijer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.